Hello everyone. This is going to be an Oracle Cloud card reading for the zodiac sign of Aries for June 2019. This is just going to be a general reading, and it's going to be mostly relating to self-growth and emotions throughout the month. I'm also going to be pulling a few additional Oracle cards. So this is for Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to be using the Clow card deck from Cardcaptor Sakura. Hope everyone who's watching this is having a good day. If you are watching this, I hope you're able to get something out of this. I hope you're able to take something away from this video. Don't forget to watch the videos for your rising or ascendant signs, as well as your moon sign. Alright, the bottom of the deck, we have the Earthy. So, the Earthy is a card that is about being grounded. And obviously grounded means going into nature, but it's so much more than that when we see the Earthy card. So I think the overall theme of the month is kind of getting back into yourself, connecting back to who you are. Grounding can mean connecting to the earth and connecting to nature, but it can also mean, cleaning up your house, like, tidying up, rearranging furniture, like feeling more grounded in your environment, in your home as well, and within your own body. So I feel like the overall theme of the whole month is just to be more present in yourself, more present in the moment, and more grounded in your day-to-day life. In the first week of June, we have the Shadow and the Fiery. So I feel like you might be getting a little triggered in the beginning of the month, maybe. Something might come up that you feel very passionate and strongly about, something that angers you, something that upsets you maybe, something that gets you a little heated. And I feel like this is really only coming up to point you towards what it is that you need to resolve within yourself, because things we don't like in our outer world are really just reflections of things that we have internalized and things that we have yet to work through in our inner world. So I think the first week of June, you are going to have things that come up for you that need to be worked through and resolved. By working through and resolving these things, we can finally heal from this. And once we heal through things that are, bothering us, we can really grow a lot as a person, and we can be more in tune with who we are. So you're definitely going to be doing some shadow work, or at least have the opportunity to do some shadow work in the beginning of June. So the first week, I would say, is a good time for doing any kind of shadow work, especially if something is coming up that upsets you or makes you feel some kind of way. It's just pointing you towards the things that you need to work through within yourself. The second week, we have the Thunder and the Time. The Time card is a little bit about being anxious about the future. You might be feeling a little anxiety, you might feel a little worry, you might be a little stressed out, you don't know what the future holds, nobody does, but you might be feeling like you don't know what you're going to do. With the Thunder card, you have a lot of energy in the second week, but you don't feel like it's going towards anything in particular. You feel very strongly like you want to work on something, you want to work towards something, you have the drive, but you don't have anything to work towards. And when it's paired with the Time card, you might feel in the second week of June that you have an abundance of energy and creativity and maybe inspiration, but you might feel a little off because you don't know what exactly it is you're working towards. And because you have all this energy and nothing to work towards, you might be, a little anxious, and you might be fretting a little bit because you have a lot of energy, but it's like you're stuck in one place, so it can make you a little crazy. So I would say just try different things in the second week. Even if it's not the most ideal thing, just work towards anything, or do some introspection and find out what it is that you want to work on for yourself. Find out what it is you want to achieve, and maybe make some small steps towards that. I think that could be good. In the third week of June, we have the change and the snow. Now, the change card is pretty obvious. It's about a metamorphosis. It's about you changing internally. It's about you shifting from one way of identifying with yourself to another way. And it's pretty much always for the better, I would say. The snow card is a card about loneliness. It's about feeling isolated and excluded, but it is also about craving a community. The good thing about the snow card is it's about embracing solitude and finding power in the moments where you're alone, and being comfortable enough with yourself that you don't feel lonely when you're alone. When I see it paired with the change, I feel like in the third week of June, you are going to have some alone time, and through that alone time, you are going to make some amazing things happen. Your moments of solitude in this week are going to be invaluable, and it's going to help contribute to a big change and a big shift within yourself. You're going to be growing a lot this month, and I feel like in the third week or the third portion of the month, you are really going to be getting the most out of your alone time. And it's not saying all your time has to be spent alone, but the times you do spend alone, you are going to get a lot out of it. And you are going to be changing, but definitely changing for the better. You might be letting go of some things that no longer serve you. You may be moving towards things that you know are for your own betterment. Or you might be making some long overdue changes to yourself that you've been meaning to do anyway. The third week is very positive. Towards the end of the month, we have the Libra and the Shield. The Shield card is about, defense mechanisms. It's about putting up walls between yourself and other people. It's about blocking people out, keeping people on the outside. It's about keeping yourself safe and secure behind a security blanket. The Libra card is all about balance and, finding areas of your life that are out of balance and bringing them back into harmony. So if you are spending too much of your energy in one area of life and neglecting another, this card speaks towards bringing, a balance to all of that. Just not spreading yourself too thin, but also not giving one area too much attention to the point where it eclipses other areas of your life. When paired with the Shield card, I feel that you are going to be wanting to isolate yourself a little bit, or keep to yourself a little bit towards the end of the month, because you've been making these changes. You've been doing shadow work, you've made some internal changes. So by the time the end of the month comes, the end of June comes around, you might feel a little bit, to yourself. You might be doing your own thing. You might be isolating other people or keeping people out because of the changes you're making. And with the Libra, it says it's good to, keep people at arm's length if you're afraid that it'll derail you from the work you've been doing on yourself, but don't overdo it. You need to have a balance. There needs to be a compromise between this for you, Aries. This is something that you need to figure out on your own. Only you know what exactly is too much or too little. So just find that middle point, find the middle ground, and just work on keeping that in balance. So it's fine if you want to keep people, out of your business or out of your life for the most part, but just don't exclude everyone. You just want to keep a little bit of a cohesiveness between the stuff that doesn't serve you and also keeping people too far away. You don't want to just run anybody off. We still need our network. So I think the whole reading as a whole definitely speaks towards the earthy card for your Aries. You know, the earthy is about getting grounded in yourself and in your life. With the shadow card and the Libra card, they both speak towards balancing. The Libra card is about balancing stuff in an outward way. The shadow card is about balancing stuff inwardly. And when we have the change and the snow here, it's definitely change for the better. So, and getting more in tune with yourself. This month is very big on, you know, achieving balance with yourself and in your own life. And I think you're going to get a lot out of this time period. I think there are some big changes for you, and they're going to be very positive, and they're going to be things you've been wanting for a while now. Now, I am going to draw a few oracle cards. All right, Spirit, what are the messages for Aries for the month of June 2019? What are the messages for Aries, June 2019? What does Aries need to keep in mind for the month of June 2019? What is the messages for Aries? Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Adversity. See the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. I really love the dolphin on this card, first of all. Okay, so this card is basically saying that when you're going through troubled times, that's when you learn the most. That's when you grow the most as a person. It's true when things are going good in your life, you know, that's really nice, but you learn the most through hardship, through adversity. And it's not to say that things are going to be super hard this month, but anytime things aren't perfect, or when you're going through something, that's when you can learn the most. So it's definitely talking about the positive outcome of a negative situation, or when you're going through less than ideal circumstances, you can really pull a lot out of it. You know, it's just about your mind frame. And as long as you are pulling lessons out of negative circumstance, you are growing and you're gaining so much from it. Now I'm going to pull an additional card from a different deck. What are the messages for Aries for the month? Oh, well, that came out really quickly. Okay. We've got Garnet. Purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. So this card is pretty self-explanatory as well. It's basically saying that it's time to clean up your life, you know, re-achieve balance. Look at yourself, see what you need to change, and make the change. It's about making changes, bringing balance to your life. It's about releasing the people that are toxic. It's about releasing the dietary habits that you know are really bad for you. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be little things too, because sometimes little things can make the biggest difference. You know, this card is about, you know, letting go of the things that no longer serve you and really moving towards a better life for yourself, a better quality of life. This is about improving the quality of your life overall, both physically and energetically. You know, when we re-achieve balance, you know, that's a strong way to do that by, you know, cutting off certain people or stopping certain habits or ways of being that we know don't serve us. Which, obviously, if you're purifying yourself and detoxing yourself, that's definitely lending yourself towards grounding. So it looks like this month is really, really positive for you, Aries. It looks like you're making some changes for yourself. If you've been out of sorts, you're getting back to being grounded, you're getting back to being balanced. And when you're grounded and balanced, you're at your best because you can really focus on what you want. You go through life with clarity. You know, you can make changes and you can make some real headway in what you want to do in regards to your aspirations and your goals, of course, when you're fully in balance. So it looks like you're going to achieve that this month. You know, we've got the shadow, the thunder, the change, and the Libra. And I think you're going to make some great things happen for you this month. So that is pretty much the cloud card reading for the zodiac sign Aries, for Aries sun, moon, or rising. If you like this video, give it a like. If you got anything out of this video, then I would love to hear about it in the comments. If you're interested in this kind of content, then of course subscribe to this channel. You know, I would love to be able to read for you every month. And any information about any of the cards I used are in the description below, so go ahead and look at that if you're interested. And with that being said, I will go ahead and let you go, and I will see you in the next one. This has been Mr. Demonology with your June 2019 Clow card reading for Aries.